Gearbest has sent me another car to review, and this one's by a company I've not worked for before, so I'm quite interested in having a look at it. It's from HAIBOXING, and it's called a Dune Thunder. It's a 1/12 scale, so as you can see it's physically quite a big old beast, and make a lovely Prezi, I mean, with Christmas coming up. 4-wheel drive, full ball bearings throughout, it's got splash-proof ESCs. I'm quoting all these things, I'm not actually that knowledgeable on it, it actually just tells you on the end here. So they've packed in loads of information all around this box, and full ball bearings, like I say, independent suspension, oil filled, so it sounds like quite a good spec. Be interested to see how it actually handles being used properly. It comes in 3 flavours basically. You can have your green, your yellow or your blue. All seem pretty vibrant actually, pretty good. The bright yellow on the end there, which is my one here, and then if I flick it over we've got a head-on shot of the green one and then all the general info. So there's us all unboxed, and the first thing you might notice, and it's something that they don't mention on the box at all, is it's got 6 LEDs, which I would have thought was a little bit of a selling point. They usually sort of put them on, certainly as an extra even. So no, I'm pleased they're on there, they're going to be great. I'm just going to turn it off actually, because I just turned that on just to show you that the LED. Obviously I've popped the body clips off, but seems quite, you know, quite nice sort of thing. These things are always built to a price. I mean, they've got to be, otherwise we'd all be buying, you know, £500 cars for sort of £20. So the components seem reasonable on it, certainly reasonable. It's £80 when I reviewed it, so I think it's, you know, a good £80 worth. We will see when it actually gets out, and I'll give it a run around. Connection as per normal with them, and they're all pretty well stuck in, and they're hot glued in as well, so they look pretty good actually. And the bodywork, I think, will take some impact, so well, hopefully it won't, but if it does, it should recover alright. As you see, quite nicely laid out inside. Everything is pretty well tucked out the way, and the actual batteries themselves, they did come with protectors on them, so that they couldn't go live, but they were installed actually, and it's 2 1500 milliamp hour single cells, the nice big sort of beefy one, so it should give us quite a nice run through in time. I like the fact they've got the on-off switch. I'm just not sure exactly whether that's the best place to have it actually, because that's going to be in line with rubbish and stuff going in there, and I just wonder whether it would just seize up after a little while, but we will see when we get it out. Doesn't look like adjustable shocks, but I mean, and again, they're not the top of the range shocks, they're not the real cheapy ones either, so the actual base is all sort of moulded in one, this whole thing here, and it's sort of got fake screws, which is quite normal really. The actual finish is quite nice. I think you should get some nice sort of stuff when it goes past, shouldn't actually do a lot of damage. The only thing is these are just sticking out just a wee bit there, they've got no protection on them, so whether or not that will just pop the back shocks off, I don't know. Just depends how gentle you are with it, or how heavy-handed you are with it. The proof will be in the actual driving of it. So all seems pretty reasonable. Servo and everything's tucked out the way, which is good. So onto the transmitter itself, and quite a lightweight transmitter. It takes 2 AA batteries, and it's extremely light in your hand. Actually, sort of, you know, there's no weight to it at all. It sits comfortable here at the sort of the flange area here, and the narrow in here is quite comfortable, because I don't have very big hands, so that actually suits me fine. Feels a little bit plastic in the hand, but that's what you would expect, but certainly feels like it's going to do the job, which is all we're really after. There's no foam or rubber around the actual wheel for steering. It's got a sort of reasonable sort of feel to it, so we'll see when we're actually running it. You've got steering and throttle trims, and you've got the reverse switch as well, and it's simple on off where it normally is there. So you've got the battery out of the car, and they're quite easy to charge. You get the inclusive charger. Glows red when it's started to charge, or when it needs charging basically, and then it gradually goes to amber and then to green when it's actually fully charged, so you know it's actually fully charged. Then the actual international sort of adapter there, and it charges at 1000 milliamp hour, so with those 2 batteries it's probably going to take best part of 3 hours to charge. So there we go, all bound. I'll just see whether it's going reasonably straight. Yep, oh, so that was reasonably straight. Whee! That's quite nice actually.
steering is, God, it's got some steering on it. Look at that. There's no way of adjusting the steering rates or the throttle rate, so it is a little bit manic. Hey, no, it's nice. Yeah, you just got to ease it off. I've just been going around with one that's got hardly any steering on, so and the LEDs work pretty well. Yeah, it's a reasonable sort of speed as well. Yeah, it gets a move on, doesn't it? Yeah, and pretty stable as well. So just see whether those LEDs do go on and off. Oh, oh no, well, that's interesting. I'm pressing the auxiliary light. That doesn't work. So the LEDs just stay on. Just have to unplug them, obviously. Hey, and little wheelies too. Well, that's us happy then. We can do little wheelies. So the way to do the wheelie is pull it back slightly and then up. Way up. Nice stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It does handle well, I must admit. I'm surprised it hasn't gone over yet. But that steering is a little bit, I would have said, over anxious. Actually trying to flip it over and wait, there we go. Yeah, it did. I was going to say, I was amazed it wasn't. That is pretty good. Yeah, nice little jumps too. And a spin out. Oh, look at this. A vertical spin out. That takes some doing. Whoa. Oh, I forgot about the rocks there. That's a little bit too challenging, I think. Yeah, no. So I mean, that steering is quite vicious. The amount of rate it's got in the steering is quite incredible. That goes quite nicely, actually. Whoa. Okay, it's quite impressive actually. It's better than I thought it would be, to be fair. I wouldn't have expected too much from it. But yay, nice. Nice jump. That's nice. Oh, it does scramble well. Like I say, I'm much more impressed with it than I thought it would be. It does seem to have a nice little bit of go about it. Not aggressive, but fun, and that's what we want, a bit of fun. Good stuff. Certainly likes those leaves as well. Whoa, ooh, now it's a tricky one. Whoa. I'd be amazed if it gets out of there. Well, we're not giving up. Whee, perhaps we are. It's actually really good.
So what did I think of it? Well, I honestly didn't think it was going to be that good because I don't know, I just had this feeling about it because I hadn't heard of them before, and I don't know, they didn't make any fuss about these cracking LEDs that they've got on it that haven't let me down at all. They really work well. Now, not going to light up the forest at night, but they look really good. I mean, they are smart. Nice to have them on there. Everything is done really well. I mean, it's had a really good bashing around. It's been on everything I can throw at it. The only thing it hasn't been been through as any water, which I don't think it would come out of water particularly well. And as you can see, virtually no damage whatsoever, which is good, and especially after a review as well. The only thing that does concern me, I think these could possibly going to get broken off, certainly at the back end. I just got a feeling that's really going to get knocked quite a bit, but it's not an uncommon way of mounting them. But and you could, I suppose, if you wanted to, have not tried it, but I don't know if we could actually move them down and up a bit if you want to change the suspension setup. I haven't had a play with it, I've just run it as is, and to be honest, out of the box it certainly does well. The steering, I was amazed at how far it went round, and it just held. It's very difficult to flip it over actually. After a few little tweaks you could get into the habit of flicking it, but good to recover, really nice. It's just fun to run actually, to be honest. The transmitter was good. I like the foam wheels around them. It just makes it feel a little bit more quality, I would say, and also just feels smoother in your hand. This has got quite a plastic feel for it. Very comfortable though, and just loads of fun. Slight negative is the charging does take over 3 hours, I think it takes every time. So I'm going to sort out a way of doing it on one of my hobby chargers, and I can probably get it down to about an hour then. That'll make a huge difference. But nice piece of kit, really good fun.